Hey guys, Sinza here, and in this Anthem video I'm going to talk about the latest Cataclysm update and event and whether or not Anthem is worth playing again. So basically, I will have to say, just to start off, I definitely think that it's worth playing at least for this event. Besides the event, there's been a lot of changes that they made. Now, this is August, and the Cataclysm originally was supposed to come out in May, along with some other features that have been added in this update. Were supposed to come out even before that. So it's been a long time for sure. And in terms of time, they definitely are behind. But just a few things. Some of the new things that I think are really good for this update. Um, they've added melee weapons now. So now, instead of just having your regular melee attacks, you will actually have an equipable item. All of the default melees are still in the game, and that's one of the weapon types. But they've also added a second melee um, option for every javelin. So every javelin can now have a detonating um, melee for combos and a priming melee for combos. So for Interceptor, for instance, I'm using Interceptor right now. They still have the old melee that would detonate your combos for aura combos, and now they have a new Acid Blades melee, which is what I'm using right now. So it will not set off any combos, but it will poison the enemy, like put the acid effect on them. And they also have masterwork versions for each melee weapon. So I actually have the legendary melee weapon, poison weapons, and what it does is it makes you do more damage when the enemy's at 50% or lower. So it's really good for assassin type playstyle. And even though you can't detonate the combo with the melee attacks, you can still use certain suit abilities to detonate combos, and the damage that you're doing is going to be worth it. But yeah, having a melee weapon, and then the melee weapon of course has stats, so the potential for your melee is even better than it was before. You can end up doing more damage with melee with the right build. So I think that's pretty huge. Another big thing is they finally added masterwork versions of the support skills. So now you can actually have masterwork in every slot. Masterwork or legendary in every slot. So I think that's pretty big because before that was the only one, um, the only slot that didn't have an actual masterwork for it. Another huge thing, of course, this is I probably should have started with, is the loot change. Loot, the luck stat that they had in the game is taken out of all gear, and anything that had luck on it was replaced with armor max. And now they changed the difficulty, or not the difficulty, but the drop rate. Basically, everything up to Grandmaster 1 will act as if you had max luck equipped back then, and then Grandmaster 2 and 3 will actually have higher than what max luck used to be. So the drop rate for Grandmaster 2 and 3 are going to be higher. Grandmaster 1, you probably, and lower, you probably won't really notice a difference. But I personally have noticed a huge difference in the drop rate. There's more Masterworks. Now, I still think that Masterworks should be dropping at a higher rate. But I have gotten multiple legendaries in the 2 days of playing. Not even a full 2 days. It's the equivalent of about a day worth of playing that I have as of time of recording this video. Before this video, I had over 180 hours of gameplay and only 2 legendaries. Since playing this update, about 6 to 10 hours, I don't know exactly, I've gotten 5 legendaries, like 5 additional legendaries to the 2 that I already had. And in this video, actually, this event that I'm doing right now, I'm going to get another legendary. So yeah, it's pretty big. Now, all these legendaries came from the Cataclysm event. What I'm doing right now is a free play Cataclysm event. So you'll go out in free play and you'll see it'll say like it's a legendary something on the map. It's some type of a portal thing, and it'll have a timer. So when the portal's open, you go in before it closes, and then you do different tiers worth of activities, destroying crystals, killing enemies, that kind of thing. And that's only for this Cataclysm event. so as long as the Cataclysm's available, this is here. So I got a legendary in this one, and then all my other legendaries came from the Echoes of Reality Cataclysm event. So I haven't gotten any in old, content, but if you're doing the new event for these like 40 days that are left, then you might have a good chance of getting legendaries. Besides that, difficulty has been adjusted. So for Grandmaster 2, for instance, they reduced the health of non-boss enemies by 50%, and then they reduced stronghold bosses by 65%. So, it's a pretty significant health drop to enemies. They reduced the shields of all enemies in Grandmaster 2 by 35%. And they also reduced Grandmaster 3 as well. Same thing, 50% for non-boss enemies, but then 75% for like the stronghold bosses. And then just a flat 20% reduction of shields to all enemies. So, all the enemies and stronghold bosses for like Grandmaster 2 and 3 have been reduced by a lot, so you're not going to feel so much like bullet sponges. They've added new masterwork items for other abilities, just new masterwork items. So like Colossus has a new siege artillery masterwork, a new burst mortar. I'll link in the description to the actual patch notes, so you can kind of see the full list. But just know there's new masterwork items for some gear pieces. Again, they have masterwork versions now of the support items, melee weapons. So yeah, some pretty significant stuff. Also, they've added new weapon types and 3 new weapons for those weapon types. So they've added pulse accelerators, which I haven't gotten any of them yet, but yeah, they have added new actual weapon types. Pulse accelerators, it says, uses sealed technology to generate destructive energy, and they have 3 different masterwork items for that. They also have volt casters, which use steel technology to focus ambient electricity. 3 new masterwork items for that. And then blade slingers, which charge the circular projectile. So I'm assuming you're like just shooting blades out, like circular disc blades. And they have 3 new masterwork items for that. So a total of 9 new masterwork weapons, and those are all a completely new class of weapon. These were weapon types that weren't even in the game before. So that's a pretty significant change. Now, no new, masterwork or legendary weapons for any of the old weapon types, but at least we have some new weapons, to play with. So that's, in terms of the new items and stuff, that's all of it, I believe. They have some bug fixes and stuff like that. But one of the biggest things I want to talk about now is getting towards the end of the video, is the Cataclysm event itself, and then the game as a whole. Is it worth playing again? And so the short answer is, for the length of the Cataclysm event, currently I would recommend, yes, the game is worth playing again, and I am having fun again. I stopped playing months ago, probably around the end of March, I think. I can't remember exactly, but I took a long break. I came back. Well, I came to try the game again after whatever I think the Stronghold chest update, and then when they added Sunken Sail, I only played like a couple missions. I just didn't want to play anymore. So this event, however, has me wanting to play again. Not quite as much as I did on launch, but I'm still enjoying the game. I still want to play. I'm playing daily. I love this. I love the free play event. I love the Echoes of Reality event, and each week they're going to add a new event, so you'll have a lot of things to do. Also, a thing about the Cataclysm event is they have these new seasonal store and seasonal currency. So you'll get minor and major crystals while you're doing Cataclysm events, while you're doing Cataclysm challenges and dailies. You'll get these crystals, and you can go to the seasonal store and then spend those crystals. And so this is just something that you do. So it's something to get you playing again, something to grind if you like that kind of thing. And I actually enjoy it. It's something that I like to do. I'm actually playing the game again. Now that being said, I only have a little bit of experience after coming back doing older content like Legendary Contracts, Strongholds. I did the Sunken Sail Stronghold for the first time because I didn't do it when it came out, and I did like one Legendary Contract. That didn't really feel any different to me, especially after getting so much loot from the Cataclysm event. I didn't, I, I didn't really want to do, after doing the Stronghold, I didn't want to do the Stronghold again. Like, I didn't really feel like doing Strongholds. I'll probably do some more just, to get the weekly done. The Legendary Contracts are fairly easy, so I'll probably, still do that just because, but it's not something that I really, want to do. There's not really been much of a change to that, other than, of course, like, the Stronghold, for instance, not feeling like such a bullet sponge. But, that may change, but my initial impression to old content is just, yeah, I mean, if you stopped playing the game before, you didn't really enjoy the content, you're probably not going to want to do the old content again. But if you're somebody that enjoys the game, and or at least somebody that at least enjoyed the gameplay, you're gonna like the new Cataclysm event. The future of Anthem, I'm not sure about. They have basically for the duration of the Cataclysm event, they can work on what to do for the future of the game. But once Cataclysm is up, if there's not any changes to the game until the next Cataclysm event, then it's not going to be worth playing, in my opinion. But I will say that if you have the game, if you have access to the game, if you enjoyed the game in the past at all, play this event, play during the event, and then afterwards we'll just have to see where they go from there. But that's all I wanted to really talk about. It's tentative on whether the game is currently worth playing now, but may not be in the future. So just play it now, and hopefully they make some big changes. I think these changes are significant. So if they keep this up, and if they add new stuff, or make some great changes, even more loot changes, by the time Cataclysm is up, then I think yes, Anthem will be worth playing again. So right now, cautious. Just wait and see. If you liked the video, please give a like and subscribe for future videos. Really helps me out, and I plan on doing a variety of games. I've done Anthem, I've done Division in the past. Like I'm going to be doing Borderlands next month. That's pretty huge, and I play a lot of MMOs, so expect to see some new stuff on there. And as always, thanks for watching.